Good morning. So today I have Bobby with us, who is a graduate student in computer science and is an edtech professional with background in fundraising, higher education, international education, and humanitarian assistance, which is something that defines Bobby as a person because he loves helping those around him. Let's welcome Bobby on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom, where he will tell us about where he's working, what he has learned along the way, and how we can implement all that he has learned in our own journey. Hi, Bobby. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing super well. Thanks for having me on. It's super cool to get to talk about this because I love talking about my experience, partly because it's been so upside down, backwards, crisscross, all different sorts of ways. So I originally grew up in a rural part of Delaware where Joe Biden is represented for several decades, but it is a real place and real people live there. But then I went to undergrad in Philadelphia to a liberal arts school, and I did English, political science, and education. And I loved my time doing that, and I wouldn't have changed it for the world. But after college, I went out into the world, and I noticed that the kinds of jobs that I wanted to do, um, even though that I knew that I could do them, the hiring managers and the recruiters didn't have that same faith in me. And so whenever I got feedback, I would kept getting asked, like, do you have any technical experience? And I said, well, yeah, I've done statistics in college, and I've worked with all sorts of like Excel sheets and reports before. But they said, no, like something like, have you worked at a fancy technical place like a Google or a JP Morgan or whatever? And I said, no, but I still feel like this is the right job fit for me. And over time, I sort of saw the pattern that people really wanted to see in paper, in writing, that I had done something like really specifically technical. So after talking to my network of alumni and like classmates from undergrad, and just sort of looking around on the internet, I saw that Northeastern University has this program for people that didn't start out in technology, but who want to transition into more of a tech focused role. So I applied, and it was GRE optional, which was really nice if you're a domestic student. And they decided to let me in. And so the first year, I just got caught up on all sorts of things, programming and software engineering, from the algorithm side of it all the way to learning Java and C and Python. And now I'm in my last year. And over the course of the years, I've been able to work at a United Nations office, which was really, really cool, getting to implement my tech skills there. And also, I worked on a data engineering team. And now I work in education technology at a place called Prompt. And I'm the operations manager there, which means I get to talk to both the educators that are a part of our company and the technical side of the company and our engineers. And I can speak both educator and engineering languages, which are languages in of themselves. And I'm one of the only people in the company who has that unique perspective. And I really, really appreciate that the company lets me, use all of the different skill sets that I have in this job, because that's something that was very, very hard to find previously. So yeah, it's been quite a journey.
Wow, it's been amazing. I think I find it ironic that usually entry level positions require you to have 3 to 4 years of experience when you just get out of college. And you're just like, how do I get that? I just got out of college. Like, are you for real? So, definitely that's a slap in the face of those recruiters who did not believe in you. And now you're working as an operations manager for a company that understands your skills, is treating you well, and is giving you the chance to do something well in this world. So, congratulations on that.
Yeah,
I'd
thank you.
love to understand, of course. So it's your last year, Bobby. What are your plans after this? Like, do you plan on working with Prompt, and what exactly do you have any other ambitions? Anything else that you would want to do?
I mean, I love the team at Prompt, and they've been really supportive. And also, yeah, it's just sort of it's completely different from any other kind of place that I've worked at in all the right ways. So I feel like I can be open and honest, and share my thoughts and share my feedback on things and how things could be made better. And so I have no plans. I'm not looking at the exit door anytime soon, really. But in the long term, I love higher education, and that's where I spent some time as a fundraiser at a university out here in California. And I'd love to return to academia eventually to be able to do scholarly research and also teach. So that's the long term plan. But I also have some irons in the fire that I shouldn't talk about just yet, that are not related to the 9 to 5. So there's plenty of other stuff going on that is really exciting around the corner as well.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And can you maybe specify and elaborate a little more on what prompt does? Like, how does it differ from many other higher education companies? Like, what exactly is so different about prompt that you're like, okay, you don't plan on seeing the exit door anytime soon?
Yeah, so Prompt is first and foremost a writing company. So we, as an organization, work with people to become better writers, and we do that by connecting them to a network of editors and writing coaches that can work with you individually and really help to develop your strength as a writer. So that could be for things like university admission essays, both like in the UK or with common applications for US schools. Or graduate school application essays, all sorts of things. And that's really what our model is based off of, is connecting people to coaches and ways to get them feeling empowered and stronger with their writing. So that's really our game plan at the end of the day. And during the peak season, which for us is, pretty much in line with the US college admission season, we're always looking to bring on like new editors and new writers and folks to support, just to get on board and help out with everyone who's looking to submit their things before university admissions deadlines. So I know we're hoping to scale soon. And I know that we'll be needing more operations help as you scale, because I think part of the value of Prompt is that it's such a human aspect, but maintaining the human aspect at scale is something that gets more and more difficult. So we'll definitely need help in the future on that front for sure.
Okay. And other than that, other than writers, usually during the peak college season when applications start, what other positions does Prompt look into? Like, what kind of other positions are you guys hiring for? What kind of people would you want to be a part of your organizations? Because specifically, organizational fit and cultural fit these days are so important because it creates this sense of belonging for individuals and helps retain them. So, can you maybe describe a little more on that?
Yeah, so I think that I've been really surprised pleasantly at how, human centered everyone at Prompt is, and people's needs just in terms of life, especially in the pandemic, really come first. So we're humans first, and then we're team members. And I think that's a lesson that took me a long time to learn, and for it to be a part of the company culture, like it's such its core. That's a really exceptional thing to find. So as soon as I sort of saw that in my interview process, I was like, yeah, this is good, this is good, and they were really just optimistic about the kind of stuff that can get accomplished, and I was also really drawn to that. So other parts of the year, so the rest of if you're not interested in that specific sort of writing coach role, which we are looking for writing coaches throughout the entire year, we do have a full engineering department with full stack engineers, and I know there was a posting for a QA engineer a short while ago, but mostly we'll be starting to scale up for the next sort of cycle in the beginning of the next calendar year. So
Okay, so plenty of positions open, and that's wonderful. And I think human-centered design, like specifically, is so important because you need to feel like an individual at the end of the day who contributes and is a part of something bigger. And if you're working on something that's bigger than you always are motivated to go to work and just be excited about it. So thank you so much for sharing that, Bobby. So Bobby, I think we love to keep things short. Our time is up, and this was it. But it was an absolute pleasure having you as a guest. Thank you so much about sharing about your wonderful journey. I'm glad that you decided you are working at a company that values you for your work and understands how you can contribute to it. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
for sure, you too.